Your spouse cannot collect cash flow from your rental properties when you pass away with those properties in your personal name. The reason being is that when you pass away with them in your personal name, they will have to go through the probate process before your spouse can take over ownership of those rental properties. During the probate process, the estate owns those rental properties, your spouse does not own them. And all the cash flow from that rental property will go into the estate bank account. That money and the rental property does not get distributed until all of the debts are paid off of the estate, and then those assets are being distributed out on the back end of the probate process. And so, if your spouse needs that money to financially support themselves when you pass away, and you want to structure in a way that they will take over the ownership of that rental property without the probate process, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. The first one is going to be setting up the ownership of that rental property as joint tenants with rights of survivorship with your spouse. When one of you passes away, your half of the property will automatically avoid the probate process and go directly down to the surviving spouse. The other one is going to be a revocable trust. And so this is true whether you have the property in your personal name or you have it inside the LLC. Will you transfer that asset into the revocable trust, and then you as a trustee while you're alive would have full control over the management of that asset. And then when you pass away, your backup trustee steps into your role as trustee and takes over the management of that asset inside the trust. It avoids the probate courts when you pass away. And then you would use the assets inside the trust to pay off the debts of the estate. And then you can distribute the assets out to the beneficiaries listed inside of that trust document. Or you can keep the assets inside the trust and use them to take care of your surviving spouse, which will allow them to not have the responsibility of figuring out how to manage those rental portfolios inside of that trust.